Man of Steel, Zack Snyder's Man of Steel, was almost set in the same universe of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight Trilogy.
I do remember. I feel like I've seen an article like that during the Dark Knight trilogy. Like it was nearing the end of the. It was during the Dark Knight Rises. There was in talks of a Man of Steel, right?
Well, it would have been in between the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises, because I think the Dark Knight Rises came out in what, 2013?
Something like that.
I think it came out. I think it came out in 2013, and Man of Steel ended up coming out in 2010. So it would have been in between the Dark Knight. What year did the Dark Knight come out? Look that up. I remember seeing the Dark Knight in the movie theater, but I don't remember what year it was.
Let me see this. It was released in 2008.
Yes, yeah, that's true. So the Dark Knight was released in 2008, and again, Dark Knight is in the top 3 best superhero movies of all time. It just is. It's astounding. Um, and of course, building off of the success of that, Warner Brothers and DC's films knew that they wanted to do a superhero or a Superman film, excuse me. And I think they had already tapped Zack Snyder to do that. Now, uh, Christopher Nolan already had his Dark Knight trilogy in motion. I don't know if Christopher Nolan had The Dark Knight Rises written yet, or where they were at with the finale
The
of the
Dark Knight
trilogy.
Rises was released 2012, and Man of Steel came out in 2013.
Right. So I don't know where exactly. I don't know when exactly they had a script done for The Dark Knight Rises. I guess it doesn't really matter, even if they would have put Man of Steel in, because it wouldn't have mattered. You could have told both stories separately.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but the interesting thing about this, Zack Snyder revealed that this was never 100% off the table for Warner Brothers. Like they actually considered for a period of time having Christian Bale's Batman and Henry Cavill's Superman in the same universe. Dude, and if you think about it, this could have changed everything. We
Yeah,
could have actually gotten a DCEU ran by Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan.
that'd have been a stacked team.
Name a more iconic duo.
Yeah.
I mean, like that dude, that could have been wild.
Yeah,
That
could
could have
have.
been wild sauce with strawberries on top. I mean, like that could have been crazy. And I
Yeah.
mean, it could have completely changed uh the the outlook of the DCEU and everything we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the big wrench in the chain was that Christian Bale was not going to return after The Dark Knight Rises, and that John Blake, what's his name? The actor. Help me.
Let me think. Jordan Gordon
Yes,
Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The fact that he was going to take on the role as Batman, I think that kind of really solidified the fact that uh, Man of Steel wouldn't be set in the same universe.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're going to do Batman versus Superman, if that was the plan all along, people want to see Bruce Wayne versus Clark Kent. And B, uh, not only the Clark Kent Bruce Wayne thing, but also Christopher Nolan wanted to keep his trilogy intact. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And I
It
don't
was
blame
such a
him. I
yeah.
really don't blame him. Uh, Christopher Nolan seems like he's a very specific filmmaker too, and that he's very like protective of his films.
Mm-hmm.
He's got such an iconic, such a surreal vision for what he wants. I think Christopher Nolan wouldn't have wanted anybody screwing up what he established and what he created in his universe. And
Yep.
again, I really don't blame him. Um, I mean, what do you? It's just crazy to think about what could have been, because the DCEU could have been changed forever. I mean, what do you think we could have gotten out of a Dark Knight Trilogy DCEU? You know?
So it really wouldn't have been a, it wouldn't have been a Batman versus Superman. You know what I mean? It wouldn't have,
Well,
because
that was their original plan, though. They wanted to do Batman
I
versus
can't see
Superman.
how that would work, honestly, because
Could you
I
see
mean,
Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne fighting Henry Cavill's Superman, though?
maybe you would see him use his gadgets a
I mean,
lot.
yeah, he would have to.
Yeah, because, and also,
Homeboy couldn't fight a dog. He couldn't
yeah,
fight a
exactly.
Rottweiler.
He could not fight a Rottweiler. I don't know. Yeah, because again, Christopher Nolan's Batman was too too ground level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
It
was
was too
too. It was
realistic.
set. It was too. It was set in realism.
Yeah. So like, if we were to do Christian Bale's Batman versus Superman, like he would get smacked,
He would have.
because
He
like
definitely
again,
probably would have.
because if you were to look at the comics and the animated series of Batman, like by far the best Batman there is the animated Batman,
Yeah.
because he was knowledgeable, he was a detective, he had plenty of gadgets, and he was just crazy strategic. Like
Yes.
take a look at Doom, whenever Batman had to like save the entire Justice League because he had a huge file of contingency plans for everyone in the Justice League. Like that Batman was smart as fuck.
He was prepared.
Yeah, he was prepared. So Christopher Nolan's Batman, Christian Bale's Batman just didn't seem like the type of person who could be prepared for it.
Yeah, and if
He
you
seemed to
look
take
at
it all like, he seemed to be the type of person that would take it as like some came, okay, I gotta take care of it. He was not prepared for anything that happened. He wasn't prepared for the Joker. He wasn't prepared for Bane at all.
right, and
Yeah,
he had a character arc. Like they needed to finish his character arc with the Dark Knight Rises.
yeah. His
Like
character arc was pretty much like he's getting old, pretty
there
much.
needed to be an end to Bruce
Yeah.
Wayne's story.
Hmm.
They couldn't have just continued it and continued and continued and continued because it would have gotten old and it would have tarnished the trilogy. Like it
It
would
would
have
have.
because let's face it. Say they would have done the Dark Knight trilogy and then Batman versus Superman, with Christian Bale's Batman and Henry Cavill's Superman. When that film was done, people would have wanted more Batman movies. They wouldn't have just wanted that Christian Bale's Batman to just be done.
Hmm.
So like Christian Bale would have had to continue as Batman. And I don't think he really wanted to. I think they had finished their trilogy. I think
Yeah.
Christopher Nolan was done. So I don't blame him in that respect for wanting to keep his trilogy intact and for wanting, his property to just kind of like
It was allowed. Yeah. It's,
keep
you
it
know,
his.
the Dark Knight trilogy. I mean, most of it was just Alfred saying, "Look, man, you got to be done. You
Yeah.
got to have an end game." So like, it
Yep.
wouldn't make sense. Alfred's entire character wouldn't make sense if you were to continue it.
He's my favorite Alfred dude.
Yeah.
Side
Same.
note, Michael Caine is the best Alfred out there. He really is.
I don't know. What's his name from the Justice League?
I don't know. I don't like him as much.
He's a pretty good Alfred, mainly because he was a
He is a
butler,
good Alfred,
but
but
he was
Michael Caine.
also, well, Alfred was known to be like the type of person who was, he could hold his own. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, Michael Caine's Alfred was like a old wise man for Batman, for
Yeah,
Bruce
yeah.
Wayne, as compared to like in the comics. Whenever, like, I'm not gonna lie, like there is one scene, there was one storyline I love so much, um, with Alfred. It was in the Injustice storyline. Um, Superman Superman gets a hold of Batman and beats him down, and Batman was like on his last leg, and out of nowhere, Alfred comes out of nowhere and just heads butts Superman so hard, broke his nose. The reason why is because in the Injustice storyline, they create some type of pill that gives you, like at for a moment, superhuman
Yeah.
strength, anybody superhuman strength. And Alfred took like, I don't know, one or two of them, and just murked Superman. Like I'm talking like in the comics, you can see Superman just laid out, all bloodied up. Like Jesus, I got my ass kicked by an old man.
That's
And then
awesome.
Alfred just picks up Batman, moves away. That's the type of Alfred I kind of like grew up reading was old
Yeah.
wise man, but could hold his own.
Yeah, I kind of like Michael Caine's version of Alfred because Michael Caine's version was like
Grounded. I'm telling you.
low key father figure to him,
Yeah.
you know? Like he watched out for him more than
Mhm.
anything. Like he cared about him and he wanted to make sure that he would come home at the end of the day. That kind of
Yeah.
Alfred. And
Yeah.
I dug that.
Yeah. I
Some
don't get
men
me wrong.
just want to watch the world burn.
Oh, okay, that. Like, don't get me wrong. Michael Caine's Alfred is by far stellar, and the dynamic between Christian Bale and Michael Caine was
Yes, they
pretty
did have a
good.
really good
Yeah.
relationship on screen
No.
too. But I thought that was crazy. I was just like, holy crap, that really could have happened. Like that could have been a real thing.
Yeah.
So